Hi everyone, welcome to my stamp studio. It is class 2 of our Fun Fold class series tonight, and I am just getting my feed over there ready, making sure I'm actually out there live in the world. I see my little red live on there, so I must be live. There I am. Okay, so if you're joining, say hi, let me know that you're there. Nice to know that people are watching. And tell me what you think as we're doing this card. Is it easy? Is it hard? Is it something that you think you'll make? What stamp set would you use to make this card? I would love to know. Give me the details. And better yet, hop over to the VIP group and go ahead and post the card that you make with your Fun Fold. All right, I'm going to flip down the camera. I'm going to get started. Kind of going to be busy fast tonight because I do have something to do later on, and I want to make sure I have enough time to actually drive there safely. So let me flip the camera down. If you get dizzy, please close your eyes, and I will let you know when you're all set. Or I'm all set, I should say. All right, I am almost there. Just give me a moment. Okay, you can open your eyes. All right, so we're going to be playing, I just need to get all these extra scraps out of the way. I was playing around with that. We'll be playing with our Market Goodness stamp set today. We also will be using the coordinating embellishments with which are the transparent adhesive dots. So this is all part of the suite of products that's in our annual catalog. And if you want to see that, let me just open that up because I can show you the designer series paper much better that way than trying to pull this all out. Trying to keep things down to a minimum today. So page 39 in our annual catalog. Now, just give you a hint, the designer series paper is on sale right now. So here is the products that we're using. So we'll be using the stamps, the dies, embellishments, and the paper. Again, this paper is on sale, so it's 15% off through the end of August. So I know it's really kind of hard to see in the catalog when I'm showing you like that, but you'll start seeing it when I start putting this card together. So just some really awesome paper. I knew as soon as I saw it, I'm like, I have to have that paper. I have to make cards with that paper. So on to our card. I'm going to be using our Blackberry Bliss stamp pad, and ooh, I'm not in. Okay, now I am. I wanted to make sure I was all in frame here, and ooh, okay, it's not letting me full screen, and I want to see comments here. There we go. Hi Beth, hi Amy, how are you this evening? Okay. Good, so I can see everything. I'm in focus. Alrighty. I'm also going to be pulling in our Countryside Corner dies. This is going to kind of help me with my Fun Fold. Now I'm going to show you where my inspiration came from. It's not the card that we're making. We're making the layout, but we're not making that particular card. I got this card from one of my downline, and it was, I don't remember, a swap or something, but it's just an adorable Fun Fold. So I don't even know the name of it. I'm not going to give it a name. I'm just saying it's our Fun Fold card number 2. So I'm going to show you how to make this card. It's actually not as hard as it looks. So I'm going to move this out of the way for right now because we're going to be doing a little bit of scoring, a little bit of cutting. You know, whenever we do a Fun Fold, we have to do some cutting and scoring. I am going to be using my scoring tool today. I just love that, especially like even if I'm cutting cardstock, if I'm cutting a whole bunch of cardstock like I do for when I'm making swap cards, I cut a stack of them. So I like to use my scoreboard here to score my paper before I cut it. Just a tip for you. All right, so the first thing that we need to do is I've got a thick piece of basic white here, and it just feels odd. I don't know why, it kind of does. I don't know. All right, I'm going to cut this down to be 5.5 by 10. All right, so now save this piece. We're going to use it. So I've got my 5.5 here, and I'm going to cut 1 inch off because my paper was 8.5 by 11. So I just know I need 1 inch off the end. You can save that for a label or a banner later. So we're using these two pieces. I'm going to move my trimmer out of the way here. And I may have to lift my camera up a little bit, I think. I think so. Okay, let me see. Sorry, I had to adjust. Otherwise, everything doesn't fit on the frame. Okay. I don't remember if it was a swap card or she sent it to me. I thought it was a swap card. It was Miss Helen. Okay, so now I've got my 10 inch by 5.5 inch. So I'm on the 10 inch side and I'm going to score it at 4 1/4 and 8.5. Oh, maybe if I score straight, that would be better. Okay. All right, so 4 1/4 and 8.5. That's all the scoring I need to do on this piece. On this one here, I'm going to score it at 4.5. And you'll see why in just a few minutes. All right, so we're done with our scoreboard here. That's really great if you're making multiple scores. It really is helpful. All right, so now we're just going to take our pieces here. And this just doesn't feel like normal thick white. I don't know if it's actually, I don't know. It doesn't feel right. Like maybe I grabbed something else. I don't know. All right. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and take these. I'm going to really burnish that down. I'm going to make sure that I got a nice crease in there. Otherwise, my thing won't lay flat. All right. There we go. All right. This one, I'm just going to pull right here. And I'm going to put it aside for right now. I'm just going to burnish it a little bit. And then I'm going to put it aside. Okay, I now have a piece of Designer Series paper that is 4 by 5 1/4. So that is going to layer right here. So we're going to add that on. Now I'm going to be using, oh, I should probably show you. So this is part of the Designer Series paper we're using. So I cut out a bunch of the little bags here already. And then this side, I'm using some of the flowers here. I have a 1 1/4 inch by 5 1/4 inch strip of coordinating paper, so we can use either side. And as we get going here, we'll decide which we're going to use. I kind of like this. I don't know. I think it kind of ties it all together. But you know what? Use your choice when you have your paper. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's add our paper on. So originally, I was actually going to use this side. No. I'm just going to go with this side. You know, sometimes when your Designer Series paper has two sides that you really like, it is sometimes hard to choose. So, hey, make 2 cards. Make one with one side, make one with the other side. All right. Now, I really have to decide which I like better. All right. I'm going with the wood. So I'm going to open this up just so I can lay that right on there. Just like that. Just press there. There we go. Oh, you know, I already forgot to do a step. I always forget this step. I always forget to add my ribbon. So I'm going to just gently peel this up. Hopefully I didn't press too hard. Hopefully it doesn't tear my paper. Here's a tip for you. I learned this when I was scrapbooking. If you ever have paper that you need to lift up and it's sticking pretty good because you used a really good adhesive, get a piece of dental floss and slide it between the 2 layers, and that will kind of slide through your adhesive. So I'm going to take this off real quick. All right. I'm going to pull on my silicone mat just because that's going to stick to my work surface. So I've got that there. I'm going to take a piece of ribbon. So I'm using my basic beige ribbon here. And I need to layer this. Hold please while I figure out where I gotta layer it. Oh, I have 2 pieces. Oh, you know, maybe I'm not going to do it. Maybe I'll skip that part. I think I'm going to skip that part. We'll add the ribbon, but we're not going to do that original piece. Sorry, I'm going back to what I originally stuck on. And I'm sorry, I've been doing a lot of embossing. So my whole work surface is gritty with embossing powder. It's kind of driving me crazy. But I have a lot more embossing to do, so I don't want to completely clean everything up yet. All right, so we're going to put that back down. Forgot my little diversion there. Okay, I've got to get going because I've got to be out of here soon. All right, so we've got this right here, right? This is going to be the inside of our card. And let's actually work from the inside out. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring in my sentiment and my stamps, my stamp pad. I'm going to grab the Thanks a Bunch. So grab that one. And I'm going to, ooh, woo, danger, Will Robinson. Take this. And you can stamp on either side. So you can either stamp here or here. You can write your little note on there, wherever you want to do. I'm going to stamp it. I'm going to stamp it over here. Because on this side, I've already cut out a little bag and some flowers. I'm going to put that right over here, just like that for the inside. Now, because I cut those out, I didn't die cut them. We didn't have dies for them. I'm going to need to make sure that I am putting adhesive so that it won't flip up. So I just want to gently add that. I'm going to kind of dot those little edges there. And while it's drying, because I don't want to, if this oozes out a little bit, I don't want to shut my card completely. All right, so I got that one. Let's get this one. All right, so I got a little bag here. I got my little bunch of flowers. You could put them inside the bag. I kind of just wanted them out. So I'm going to let that dry. And now we're going to bring in this other piece here. I'm going to show you how we're going to cut our little fun flap in the front. And I'm pulling in a couple of things here. I need this die for my sentiment. And this is the one I'm going to be using for the front. I just want to make sure that this was the right size. Where did my piece go? Yep, that's the right one. Okay. All right. Now, I had a piece of Post-it note tape. Here it is. That I'm going to need. So I'll move this out of the way. I'm going to bring in my die cut machine. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to layer this on here. And I broke down and I did start using a new cutting mat, but you can see how busy I get, and I've used it a lot already. All right, so I have my fold side here. I'm going to put that in towards the inside of the machine. I'm going to take my die, and when I place it on here, I want to make sure that that top part is above the fold. Okay, I don't want it cutting that. I want it to be so it will open. So I'm just making sure that's where that's lining up. Okay, I'm going to take my Post-it note tape, okay, and put it right there. I'm going to take this other tag and I'm going to put it right here, because I know it's an extra piece that I need. And we'll run this through the die cut machine. I'm going to go back and forth because I'm going through 2 layers of thick white. All right, so forth. All right, so that's it for our die cutting pieces. Now, if you're enjoying the Fun Fold class and you don't want to keep going back and forth and watching the video, I'm sorry, I'm pulling this off slow because it's really sticky for some reason. Okay, you can get a PDF tutorial with all the color pictures and detailed instructions and list of all the supplies I've used for all 6 projects this week when you spend $50 in my online store using the host code. So all that was posted in the description of the video. And I will be adding a list of all the supplies I've used. I won't be doing it tonight because I do have to get out of here. I mean, I'll be doing it later tonight, probably pretty late tonight. And, all right. So now I'm just going to take this piece here. I'm going to adhere it to the front. All right, so I'm just going to take it right there. So let's go ahead. We're going to use some really strong adhesive. So I happen to be using Seal Plus here. That probably went too far, but hopefully not. Put that right to the edge. Now you could use a circle. You could, you know, if you don't have dies, you could just cut a piece of, you know, cardstock just like this. So she just cut this like that. Now she added this extra layer because she put the ribbon underneath. I'm not putting the ribbon there, so I didn't have to do that. All right, so we've got this one now. Now let's decorate the front here. So I've got I got a couple things. I took my Designer Series paper, I cut out some of the baskets, and then I cut out a whole bunch of little vegetables, and I can't pick them up with my hands, so grab my handy dandy, take a pick tool with a putty. All right, so I'm going to put them all out here. I just love I love the tomatoes. I don't know why. And the lettuce. So this one I stamped with the stamp set, and this one is actually from the Designer Series paper. That's from the Designer Series paper, and these two were stamped. And I got a little pepper here. All right. So now we just got to decide which ones we want on the front. I think I'm going to go with this, and I'm going to take this more vibrant green, put that there. Maybe I'll lay it here, and we'll put in some carrots right here. We'll put another carrot over here. Maybe we'll put this one underneath. Okay, we'll put some tomatoes in there. Before I put it down, I do have to have my sentiment, so I just got to figure out where I'm going to put all these and then where my sentiment's going to go. I like the little turnip here, or onion, whatever that is. Or is that the turnip radish? I don't know what these things are. I like the color. All right, we'll put this one over here. Well, I can't put too many because I need some for the inside too. I think we'll get rid of this carrot. All right, there we go. Because now I have enough room for my hello. So here is my label. So I'm just holding that down, and we'll put that on there. Maybe I can stamp hello right on there. I don't even need that one. All right. I'm going to carefully slide this off. Usually what I do is I take a picture. If I find I've laid it out the way I want, I'll take a picture with my phone, and then I will go ahead and have it aside when I get back ready to assembling it. But can't do that because my phone is videoing this. All right, so we're going to take our hello. You knew I had to do that, right? All right, so hello, and we'll put our little basket here. I think I'm going to pop that one up on dimensionals. So let me grab some dimensionals here, and because I took them all downstairs. All right. I'm trying to get this done by 6:30. Like I said, I have to be somewhere at 7. Tomorrow night, the video was going to be at 5:30. I actually forgot I had dinner plans for tomorrow night, so I have to make sure I am out of the house by 6. Otherwise, I'll never hear the end of it from my husband. Because, you know, I always give him grief when we don't leave for our dinner plans on time. So I'm not going to do that to him. All right, so I'll put that there. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's not going to work there. So again, I'm just going to start sticking those in there. And on this one, I'm going to take my liquid glue. I'm just going to put it at the top here. Slide that in. Make sure it's under my hello. All right, and I can take another glue dot and put it, or not glue dot, dimensional, and put it right underneath. I'm going to use a mini one here because I know I'm probably going to stick some more things in there, but there we go. I wanted to give that the support it needs. So we'll put this one, a little mini dot on this one. Dimensional, not dot. Put that off to the side right here. And notice I'm staying on that label, because when it lifts, I want it to lift with that. All right. Let's get the carrots in here. You know what? We can slide our carrots, right? We can slide our carrots. I don't know. It doesn't want to slide in there. All right, we'll just put it right there. No carrots. Now, if you didn't have the set, you know, you could use any other kind of designer series paper. You could swap this out for flowers. I'm going to pop these up because I just think they're so stinking cute. I don't know why that thrills me, but it does. Maybe because I really like our cherry tomato plant that my husband makes me get for him every year. Maybe that's why. I don't know. And I think we'll add a couple more. We'll add these. I don't know. We'll tuck these in here. No, they're not going to fit. We'll tuck this little onion. Maybe we'll use the radish. I'll tuck the little onion in there just because it's small enough to kind of hide. So just put a little glue on there. Slide it right in. There we go. Okay. Hello. All right, now let's get to the inside. And we're going to go ahead again and grab another little basket here. And this time I'm just going to put it right in the middle. Right in the middle. And I'm going to slide things in underneath. Kind of before I press it down too hard. Hope I can still slide that in. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'll grab these tomatoes here. I'll just put them right there. And we'll grab the little orange bell pepper here. I'll put it over here. All right. Oh, why won't it stick? It doesn't want to play nice. And you know what? We'll tuck the radish right there. Okay. So I really don't have a sentiment in there. Just kind of like a little surprise. All right. So we got our hello. We got our little continuing surprise here. And there we go. So that is our fun fold for tonight. Now, if you wanted, you could take some of your extra pieces and, you know, put it right there. I think we'll, you know what, we'll just go ahead and do that. We have it. Let's use it. All right, slide that around a little bit. Okay. And I think it needs a little more, so we'll put that little radish. Since the other one was the onion, that must be the radish. Although I've never seen a purple radish. Oh, you know, I have two. Okay. So there we go. Now, if I wanted to add a bow, I could. I think instead of that bow, and I'll have to take it off my little list there, I'm going to grab some of my linen thread instead. And we're going to just tie it right on our basket. I can find the end to my linen thread. Oh my goodness, this is a hot mess. Okay. We'll make a big loopy bow. Only because my fingers have glue on it and I can't tie it any better. Okay, that's a little bit too big of a loop, Beth. All right, there we go. It's a little better. Okay. You make that a little smaller. All right. And glue dots. Oh, I took those downstairs too. So again, I'm making 60 swap cards. So I am in the process of assembling them because I need to get one out before the weekend. And I wanted to actually watch a movie while I was doing it. I started watching The Stupidest One. I was binge, you know, I was binge watching Netflix, which is always kind of a terrible thing to start. I'm watching The Umbrella Academy. It's not very good, but you know, you start watching something, it's kind of like a train wreck. You think it's going to get better, and it really doesn't. Oh, shoot. I pulled my bow. All right. Okay. So that is our handy dandy fun fold for this evening. Hope you liked it. It's a, I don't know, double flap. Come up with a name and I'll use it on my blog. All right. Thanks. Have a great night. Tomorrow is our hump day lunch break at 12:15, I believe. I think I can make it at that time. And then I will be doing another fun fold at 5:30. So don't miss out on the fun things that I have in store for you. Okay, great to see you all again. See you tomorrow night. Bye.